This video will guide you through reviewing a liability waiver. Liability Waiver Review is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since individuals and businesses want to understand the terms before signing. If you have received a liability waiver and need to review it, then this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. We have also provided more information in the description, including how to find a lawyer. We will cover top considerations when reviewing a liability waiver, key terms to find and understand in your document, cost to hire a lawyer for review. We have also added a link in the description below with information on legal fees. Now let's get started. Top considerations for liability waivers. Liability waivers are legally binding documents that release one party from being held liable for certain risks. Before diving into specific terms, here are some top considerations to keep in mind. Clarity of terms. It is vital for the waiver to clearly articulate what specific rights are being waived and what risks are being assumed. Ambiguous language can lead to disputes and weaken the enforceability of the waiver. Scope of waiver. Determine the scope of the waiver. Understand exactly what activities or scenarios are covered and confirm that it matches what you intend. State specificity. Laws governing liability waivers vary by state, so make sure the waiver is compliant with local laws and legal precedents. Informed consent. The waiver should contain language that indicates the signer is fully aware of the risks involved and voluntarily agrees to assume these risks. And consider hiring a lawyer. It is always recommended to hire a lawyer to help review a liability waiver. They can ensure the document is legally compliant, help you understand industry standard terms, and coach you on negotiations. We have included a link in the description to help you find one. Key terms to understand. Liability waivers contain many important terms that you should understand. Here are some key terms to look for. 1. Parties involved. Ensure that the legal names and details of all parties involved are correctly stated. This includes the individual waiving their rights and the party being released from liability. 2. Activities covered. Clearly outline the specific activities or risks that are covered by the waiver. Ensure this matches the intended scope of the document. 3. Assumption of risk. Look for a section detailing how the signer acknowledges and assumes all risks associated with the activity or scenario. 4. Release of liability. Review the section that explicitly releases the other party from any claims of liability for injuries, damages, or losses resulting from the activity. 5. Indemnification. Understand any indemnification clauses where the signer agrees to indemnify and hold harmless the released party from any resulting claims or suits. 6. Severability clause. Ensure the waiver includes a severability clause that allows the remaining parts of the waiver to remain in effect even if one part is found to be unenforceable. And 7. Governing law. Check the jurisdiction and governing law clauses to understand which state's laws will apply in interpreting the waiver. Average costs to hire a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer to review your liability waiver is advisable. Contracts Council's marketplace allows you to post your project and receive competitive bids from lawyers to compare. Based on recent data, the average cost to review a liability waiver is $330 on a flat fee basis. This is based on 25 recent projects from across various U.S. states. Legal fees can vary based on the following factors: state or location. Lawyer fees may vary based on where they are located. For example, a lawyer in New York City will likely have a higher rate than a lawyer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Length of contract. Given lawyers traditionally bill by the hour, a longer contract with more pages will require more of their time, which can make the legal costs higher. Complexity of terms. If there are complicated terms in the agreement, it can increase legal fees since it will require the lawyer to spend more time working on the project. Service required. You can hire lawyers for different services. If you simply need the contract reviewed and explained, this will be a lower fee than also needing the contract redlined and negotiated. Reviewing a liability waiver is crucial in ensuring you understand the risks you are assuming and protect your rights accordingly. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.